age is just a number and young is an attitude. So never put an age limit. Amachi.
No.
That's what you like to be called as, right?
No.
She likes to be called as Amachi. And Amachi എന്നാണ് എല്ലാവരും അറിയുന്നത്.
Everyone
calls you Amachi.
Amachi.
Amachi, thank you. ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഇൻവൈറ്റ് അക്സെപ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തതിന് താങ്ക് യു സോ മച്ച്.
And I also must thank you for
choosing. No. You are a real Wonder Woman. അതാണ് നമ്മൾ ചൂസ് ചെയ്തത്. I know what you are. Can you introduce yourself to our viewers? ഒന്ന് പറയാമോ അമ്മച്ചി ഇപ്പം എന്താന്നുള്ളത്?
I'm THRESIA Thomas. I'm a housewife, doing whenever I get a free time, doing a little bit of painting and stitching.
Amachi is trying to be very, polite and humble. And whenever I get time, actually she's an artist and she doesn't want to say that.
No,
ഇല്ലേ അമ്മച്ചി ഒരു ആർട്ടിസ്റ്റ് തന്നെയാണ്. അത് അമ്മച്ചി വളരെ താഴ്മയോടെ.
No, I'm not an artist.
Of course, you do paint. നമ്മളിവിടെ വന്നു തന്നെ അതല്ലേ. You do real good paintings. അല്ലേ അമ്മച്ചിയുടെ paintings are awesome. ആൻഡ് ഞങ്ങൾ അമ്മച്ചിയുടെ ഒരു സ്റ്റോറി കേട്ടപ്പോൾ തന്നെ ഞങ്ങൾക്കൊരു ഭയങ്കര ഒരു ഇൻസ്പിറേഷൻ തോന്നി. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഞങ്ങൾ അമ്മച്ചി ചൂസ് ചെയ്ത് തന്നെ. സോ അമ്മച്ചി പറഞ്ഞു അമ്മച്ചി ഈ പെയിൻറ്റിംഗ് ഒക്കെ പണ്ടോട്ടേ ഇഷ്ടമായിരുന്നു അമ്മച്ചിക്ക്?
Yeah, but I never had a chance. Once I wanted to learn actually painting, but then there are so many girls and so it is so expensive for the classes.
Okay.
So I thought, I'll learn afterwards sometime.
All right.
Then I never got a chance of learning it, but I learned by myself.
But you okay.
Learned by.
പക്ഷേ അന്നത്തെ കാലത്ത് ഈ ലേൺ ബൈ യുവർ സെൽഫ് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ ഇന്നത്തെ കാലത്താണെങ്കിൽ ഗൂഗിൾ ഭയങ്കര ഒരു ഹെൽപ്പാണ്. അന്ന്
there was no Google.
Yeah. But so how did you learn it by yourself then?
No, then I was, because there was a nun who was doing it for the school teaching.
Okay,
you see.
right.
So I watched her, and then I knew how to hold the. It's a particular way to hold the brush.
Yeah.
And then mixing and how to do what colors makes what.
Okay.
Red and green makes brown.
Yeah. Right.
Red and or yellow makes orange. So there are a lot of methods. That all by practice I learned.
You learned.
So because there I the sister said she will teach me how to start.
Okay.
So I took out one canvas.
Right.
Then I started, but then I finished.
Yeah, you drew. You made your
I
first
did
stroke.
myself. I don't know. Don't ask me. That was God-given talent.
Yeah, but then still, you did get a chance to learn from
learn
someone.
means that this
the basics.
The nuns, they were there. So, but she never means teaching or anything. Means I never paid for it or anything. Because I was doing it, she shared my knowledge, and then she corrected me. Like this and do like this, So I learned like that. You
learned it.
But stitching, when we are in the school at the 4th class and all, they teach you to running stitch and back stitch.
Yeah.
Or 2, 3.
Even I remember when I was in a school,
that
I had
developed.
a period there.
Yeah, once in a year. Needlework class.
Needlework class, exactly. Even I had that.
This thing I learned from there. I did so at the age of 7.
Okay.
I did a tablecloth for my mother.
Okay.
I think only about 10 years back that was, became sometimes maybe old or something.
Yeah,
it was not there. Till that it was for every occasion my father used to put that on the table, you see, dining table,
Okay.
you see.
Right.
And the thing is, so then
From there you developed it.
I stitched and stitched and stitched years and years, you see. So my daughter, all smoky means, you know, smoky.
Yeah,
stitch.
I know the smoke.
That was 16 inch
Okay.
on all around. And, you know, I never paid for any stitching for my daughter's dresses or the baby clothes or anything. When everything was embroidered, they are keeping it, you know, my children are all keeping their dresses, everything.
Right.
The thing is.
Yeah.
So I spend all my time.
Doing
Means I never, then I like to learn cooking also. So I learned from different countries, different things, cooking, cake. But not on a business base.
Not on a business.
Only for families I did. And stitches. So I spend my time actually. Then I like gardening. So all these plants, what you see, everything is planted by me and my thing, you know. And but my son and wife, they help me out a lot.
Right.
See, here you see, and we together. And my sisters are there.
Right.
They are all come. Anyway, I'm very good terms with everyone.
Yeah.
So everybody
They all support you for everything.
Everybody comes here.
Yeah.
For any occasion, they come to Ernakulam, they'll come here and spend time. So we are in a...
Right.
Yes.
Tell us more about your paintings.
So you have seen few of them.
Yes, yes, we are
few.
taking.
And also like that, all my children has got
Okay.
in their houses. You know, I given everything. I don't know from where I know my father when he did. It is maybe a hereditary, maybe, you know, that you are getting.
No, see, everyone has something or the other.
So that's what I did. You develop that.
Exactly, that's what it is.
That one, but you have to try which one will come.
Yeah.
But for me, God gave me not only painting, my
Painting,
and
stitching, everything. Yeah, but when the small little talent that we have, we need to develop on that. And many times, most of the time, the passion the talent that we have becomes our destiny. Most of the time, it's only those who do not find
after
that.
marriage, most of the people will just keep quiet.
Correct. They do not go forward.
They
with
think
it.
they have no time.
Right. But we all have time for everything.
Yeah, that's what I said. You make time.
You make time.
For me to painting, I used to get up at 4 in the morning to make the children, you know, their tiffin, breakfast, everything, 7 o'clock. Then I take time from, because that's the time, the 7. So 8 to 11, either I stitch or I paint.
We need to have a discipline in our life.
Yeah. That's one thing. That you have to plan your, what I do is that I plan my day. The day before you sleep, you will plan your next day.
Correct.
Maybe it won't work exactly like that. That's I tell my children also.
But 80% it will.
It works, definitely. And that you have to plan. You are going to do this, going to do that. Even when I'm going for playing cards, so there's a time fixed for that.
Correct.
I'll get up and come away because when my husband comes, I have to be at home.
You have to be at home. Okay. Yeah.
He was very, 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 very
particular
about that.
Okay.
So exactly at 5 minutes to 1, I will reach home.
You'll reach home.
Wherever I play cards, definitely every day. And not for money's sake, but for
it's a little pleasure, happiness that you get. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
But then also I like, you know, all sorts of games, whatever comes.
Right. You are a very active person.
I never like to sit idle.
You never like to sit idle. Yeah, that's what even I heard. She never likes to sit idle. Very active.
You do something, and I make my children, but they are not like that.
Yes,
exactly. None of them got maybe my daughter is a little bit of a thing, but thing is, but she will tell me. No.
But it is really inspiring, Amachi. It is really inspiring. As I say, like, never waste your time. Do not waste your time.
No, God will, that's what I'm scared of God.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything that you're given, you have to keep an account of it.
Keep an account for that.
Correct. So you have to keep an account, and you will be asked, what did you do with the time? Like, everyone is given 24 hours in their life. A day is 24 hours, and everyone's, and we see few people succeeding, and we see few people failing. That is because the people who succeed, they use their time wisely. And most of the people who fail, they do not use their time wisely, and they just do it like whatever they want. ഒരു വല്ലാത്ത രീതിയിൽ. That's why they fail. They don't discipline is not there. Discipline ഉള്ളതാണ് ഏറ്റവും important. It's very important.
No, you're already very strict, you see.
No, you cannot be very strict. You have to be flexible. But it has to be done that way.
You have to be a disciplined in life.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to. For everybody, I think, even whether rich, poor, or
it doesn't matter. You know, നമ്മൾ പറയത്തില്ലേ, you might be born poor.
Yeah.
That's not your fault. But if you die poor, that's your fault. Because if you die poor, that means you've not done anything in your life. You didn't use your life wisely. എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. That's common sense, actually. Yeah. So, അത് കഴിഞ്ഞ് I heard you went to Europe.
Yeah.
Can you give us more of your experience there?
I went from here to Russia, and from that. So, then the plane had a problem. So I had to stay there for 3 days. Means they'll give you the visa, everything, and then you can go. They'll take you around a little bit of here and there. And then I came to Europe. There I was supposed to stay with the family, but I didn't know the people.
But why did you go to Europe? What was your purpose?
I want to see Europe.
You wanted to see Europe, and that was a solo trip, right?
But so because my husband was working there for 8 years.
Okay.
In Europe.
All right.
So he talked, means from the age of 5, my only ambition in life was to go to England and Europe.
Okay.
I thought I'll go there. So I used to pray, take me to, when I was very small, I said, take me to England, you see, sometime. So I went to England, and then from there I flew. I went to Europe, and I stayed with a family where my husband was staying. There I stayed, and I used to take a bus, and the old lady also used to come. Both of she didn't know English, I didn't know German.
Okay.
But we used to talk and talk and talk.
I can imagine that talk where you didn't know her language, she didn't know your language.
We were with the hands.
It was all hands
and things, and we talked. And when we come back, the son knew English.
All right.
So we both of us will sit and tell him this is what we were talking. I said, how did you manage that?
Exactly.
I said, that is a thing, wonderful thing God has given me to understand every language, you see.
Tell me more about your painting and Europe connection. There's something that you had told me, but I want the viewers also to understand.
No, the thing is that I went to Italy.
Yeah.
And then there's one lady, she took me for a painting in an exhibition. And that was world's best paintings were displayed.
And this was in the year
in
1960s?
No, 1972 or something.
1972, okay.
So I went there. So this lady, when I was talking, we are talking means she knew English. So she used to come and take me around, all the places. So then I told her about the painting and things. Then she asked me, I said, I can just, So I went and saw this exhibition, Picasso's. That was really something, So his first drawing was displayed there.
Okay.
That is a horrible pencil drawing.
Horrible pencil. Picasso's first horrible pencil drawing.
Okay. It's a bird,
Right.
And it was just, with a pencil, what you draw, the children, like
what
that.
Children normally draw.
That was 1 lakh crore.
Seriously?
This in dollars, you see.
Okay.
For that painting price. It was already sold.
Right.
So I said, my goodness. Then she asked me, why don't you, if you can draw that, I'll give you something. So I said, definitely. I took a pencil, I drew that.
You drew that immediately.
I gave it to her. I said, go back, go to a painting school, start painting.
Okay.
So when I came back, I'll never forget. She calls me all the time and tells me, did you start your painting?
Right.
Start immediately. And then I said, then you see them to bring up 4 children, and then whether I go and buy paint and things or you eat at home. I said, I'll do it. And in the end, I bought a canvas and I painted.
That's how you started your painting.
That's the painting is here, the first one. One is, the very first one is with but I couldn't believe that was my painting.
That's why I said you are an artist, but you're not accepting that you are an artist. അതാണ് അമ്മച്ചി ഭയങ്കര പൊളൈറ്റായിട്ട് ഞാൻ കൊച്ചൊരാൾ ഞാൻ അടുക്കളയിൽ but she's got that talent and she's proved it. Prove
There's a first feeling.
Yeah.
That one is.
Prove ചെയ്ത് പോലും അമ്മച്ചി അങ്ങോട്ട് അമ്മച്ചി അത് ചെയ്തു എന്നുള്ളത് അങ്ങോട്ട്
No, there is a God has just said.
Yes, അമ്മച്ചി നമ്മൾ see when you talk about it, but like from your beginnings and what you do now, our journey will inspire a lot of women. And it is not a joke that you being at this age, 86 years old, that you are so active into doing all this. Where I know women of 81, 82 just sit in their couch in one corner watching TV, watching serial, watching movies. ചുമ്മാ അങ്ങനെ ലൈഫ് കളയുന്ന I know women that way. But you are amazing. The way you keep yourself engaged, the way you are active every time, it's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know, God has given me.
It is not God given alone, it is your mindset also. It is not God given. എല്ലാം ദൈവം തന്നെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് എന്നെ മടി പിടിച്ചിരുത്തുന്നതും ദൈവമാണെന്ന് പറയാനായിട്ട് അവസരം ഉണ്ടാവരുത്. നിങ്ങൾ മടി പിടിച്ചിരുത്തുന്ന അവരവൻ തന്നെയാണ്. So നമുക്ക് we just want to see your paintings also.
No. That's what I told you, that I don't know the meaning of laziness.
You do not know the meaning of laziness.
And
you've been like this
from the age of 2.5. I was doing things like that.
Like this, yeah.
Because whenever, that's what my mother told me, when I was 2.5 years, they missed me somewhere in the house.
Right.
So they started searching for me. And everybody went all around because
they knew you were so active and you always.
So in the end, when my mother said, look in the store, so they went and looked. Then they saw that I was, there was one of my auntie's nephews, christening was there. So for that they were preparing all the puddings and all. For that they have brought eggs.
Okay, so what were you doing? What were you doing
I
in the
took
store?
a chatti, manchatti, and then a moram.
Okay.
And then I took a knife. I went there and I sat on the things, took one egg,
You started breaking the eggs?
And put the egg yolk and everything together, not breaking a single egg yolk.
Okay.
25 of them I broke.
And then?
You can imagine what to do. I mean, they were not supposed to make the pudding that day.
Okay.
Out of the 100, I used only 25 at the age of 2.5. So the cook who came said, she'll become a big cook, when she grows up.
So you were so active from then.
From that time,
you didn't want to just wait. Actually, it's a nice thing, Amachi. The thing is, what I understand is that നമ്മൾക്ക് ഈ ലോകത്ത് we don't have time to waste. നമ്മൾ ജീവിക്കുന്ന കാലം എത്രയും മാക്സിമം ഉറങ്ങാൻ എടുക്കുന്ന ആ ഒരു ബോഡിക്ക് റെസ്റ്റ് കൊടുക്കുന്ന ഒരു ടൈം അല്ലാതെ I would say ഇപ്പൊ ഇതിൽ നിന്ന് എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലായത് you need to use every minute of your life because you just have a very short life. അതിലെ ഒരു നിമിഷം പോലും നമുക്ക് കളയാനില്ല എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. മടി പിടിച്ചിരുന്ന് ചുമ്മാ വേസ്റ്റ് ആക്കി. പക്ഷേ ആക്ച്വലി അമ്മച്ചി ഓണസ്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഞാനൊക്കെ ഒരുപാട് സമയം വെറുതെ കളയുന്നുണ്ട്. ഓണസ്റ്റ്ലി പറഞ്ഞ് വെറുതെ കളയുന്നുണ്ട്. സത്യമായിട്ട്.
See, that's what my children, even my daughter-in-laws, they all said, you will give something to us to do something.
Exactly.
To do, then. But they rest and nothing, means getting up and things like that. I don't, that's my own things. Correct. I get up at 5, exactly at 5. Start my work.
This is all highly subjective. That's what it's all highly subjective. But still, it is an inspiration to many of us because our life is very short and we need to use the maximum. Like, chumma jeevichu poi kalayade use every minute of your life. Correct.
Yeah, something or the other.
What else do you do, Amachi? Like you like to travel out, right? ഒരുപാട് travel and
the only thing now I have not seen is China.
Okay, right.
The other all over the world. And I travel alone.
You travel alone?
Also, means I don't mind.
From which year onwards you started traveling alone?
69.
At the age of 69 you started?
No, traveling.
Oh, sorry.
Year 69.
1969. From 1969
you was first of all traveling from Cochin to the place where we are working was Raurkela in Bihar. Punjab, there's Bengal. So there to reach, you take 4 days. So with the children, or I am alone, it's all right. Traveling was something which you can't even imagine. And the food, first of all. Before we were not carrying anything with us.
Okay.
So we had to wait for the food used to come. So those troubles were there.
Okay.
And then sometimes you get when the rainy season, I had to wait on the train for 48 hours with the children without food.
Okay. Right.
And only what you carry a little bit of things,
Yeah.
But somehow, I don't know, my children really enjoyed all those
it,
things.
yeah.
Maybe with me, I also enjoyed that.
But we want to focus on your solo travel, your solo trips. That's why I was like, because നമ്മൾ ഇപ്പോഴാണ് ഈ സോളോ ട്രിപ്സ് എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞ് ഭയങ്കര ഹൈലൈറ്റ് ആയിട്ട് കയറി വരുന്നത് ഇപ്പോഴാണ്. ഐ ഹാവ് നോട്ട് സീൻ ഇതൊരു 2-3 years ബാക്ക് വരെ ഞാൻ കാണാത്താണോന്ന് അറിയത്തില്ല, എൻ്റെ ഒരു ഇതാണെന്ന് അറിയത്തില്ല. പക്ഷേ ഐ ഹാവ് നെവർ സീൻ എനിവേ പീപ്പിൾ ടോക്കിംഗ് അബൌട്ട് സോളോ ട്രിപ്സ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ അഡ്വഞ്ചറസ് ആയിട്ട് പോയി ഒറ്റയ്ക്ക് പോയി.
But I never thought I could do it. You see, when I started.
But you were doing it from
I went first to
1969.
Russia. First
ഇല്ലേ അമ്മച്ചി?
3 days in Russia without knowing the language. Because my plane got delayed.
Right.
Something went wrong.
You never had the fear inside.
No, that's one good thing, you see. No, when I go to sleep, actually telling, when I am going to sleep, I used to feel very scared because I thought somebody will have a duplicate key for the door.
Yeah. So what did you do for it? You kept some boxes in front of the door?
That's the thing I used to do.
Yeah.
I put a stool there and then put the
suitcases on it?
And something or the other I put there, it will fall down, you see.
Yeah,
but I never lost my sleep over that.
Right. When we talk about solo trips, what are the countries that you went alone?
First I came to Germany,
Okay.
then Switzerland, Italy, Rome, England, Spain.
You traveled alone?
All alone, all this place. That was 3 months.
അമ്മച്ചി, നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ ഇത്രയും കേട്ടത് അമ്മച്ചിയുടെ ആ ലൈഫിൽ വാട്ട് എവർ യു ഡിഡ് ദാറ്റ് ഗേവ് യു ലൈഫ് ഇൻസൈഡ്. നമ്മൾ ബ്രീത്ത് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് മാത്രം ലൈഫ് ആവുന്നില്ലല്ലോ. ഓക്കെ, ഒട്ടും ഒരുപാട് പേർക്കും ബ്രീത്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നതുകൊണ്ട് മാത്രം ലൈഫാണ്. പക്ഷേ അമ്മച്ചിക്ക് ലൈഫ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഈസ് വാട്ട് ഷീ ഡിഡ്. അപ്പം അത്രയും നമ്മൾ ഒരുപാട് നമ്മച്ചിരി ആ ഹൈ സ്പിരിറ്റ് നമ്മൾ കാണും. പക്ഷേ ഐ എം ഷുവർ യു ഹാവ് ഫേസ് സിറ്റുവേഷൻസ് വെരി ടഫ് ആൻഡ് ഡിഫിക്കൽട്ട് സിറ്റുവേഷൻസ് ആൻഡ് അത് റിസോൾവ് ചെയ്ത് എങ്ങനെയാണ്? വാട്ട് വാസ് ദ സിറ്റുവേഷൻ ആൻഡ് ഹൗ ഡിഡ് യു റിസോൾവ് ഇറ്റ്? അത്
most of the time, you see, I always used to tell, the thing is that don't panic.
Never panic.
Never panic, when you start something. You just sit, you run here, you run there. No, you look at your things, like with the children. Once we are going, we had there was raining.
Okay.
So it was the flooded, you see, and you don't know how deep it is and how much water is there. But there's nobody will help you, I'll tell you. Nobody will help you. So then how will we, there is nothing to stay in, and it was raining.
Yeah.
Then I told one of the child, we gave thing and stick, and he walked in front, and slowly the car behind him, you see.
Okay.
So we saved. But then we had to return the same way back. Then what I did was that we started praying.
Okay.
It was raining, but there was no water.
Okay, right. It was raining, but there was no water.
I don't know where the water went, you see.
Yeah.
So this is one thing. I said, this like that you go. You use, I always say, stay calm and use your, so that my children also, I tell them, don't
stay
panic.
calm, use your brains.
Use your brain, you see. Then for everything, when whatever things are happening, even with your elders, when they are in trouble.
That's a point. Actually, അമ്മച്ചിയെ പറഞ്ഞൊരു പോയിന്റാണ്. അതൊന്നുകൂടി ഒന്ന് സ്ട്രെസ് ചെയ്ത് ഞാൻ പറയാണ്. വെനെവർ യു ഹാവ് എ സിറ്റുവേഷൻ, നമ്മൾ കഴിഞ്ഞ ഒരു എപ്പിസോഡിലും പറയും, നമ്മൾക്കൊരു ഇഷ്യൂ വരുമ്പം അത് ഇഷ്യൂ ആണെന്നും പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് ആ ഇഷ്യൂ എന്നൊരു വേർഡ് പറഞ്ഞ് അത് ബിഗ് ആക്കണ്ട. യു ഹാവ് എ സിറ്റുവേഷൻ, അങ്ങനെ മാത്രം എടുക്കുക. വാട്ട് എവർ ഇറ്റ് ഇസ്, എത്ര ട്രബിൾസം ആണെങ്കിലും, എത്ര ട്രബിൾഡ് നമ്മൾ പ്രശ്നം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് നമ്മൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന വേർഡ്സ് അതാണെങ്കിൽ പോലും ആ പ്രശ്നം എന്ന് പറയുന്നതിനെക്കാട്ടിലും പറ ഐ ഹാവ് എ സിറ്റുവേഷൻ നൗ. ഓക്കെ, അങ്ങനെ പറയുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ നമ്മളുടെ മൈൻഡ് അത് ഇറ്റ് വിൽ ടേക്ക് ഇറ്റ് ഇൻ എ ബെറ്റർ വേ. നമ്മുടെ മൈൻഡ് സെറ്റ് തന്നെ അതൊരു ബെറ്റർ വേ നമ്മൾ തന്നെ കാം ആവും. എക്സാക്ട്ലി.
You see, I told you, place the children will come with 6 guests at the middle of the night and say, I think that they will have some tea or something and go to sleep and say, no, we need dinner. And then first I used to think, won't they have any brain? I'm the only one in this.
Exactly. And why do they bring all these people inside?
Why
Exactly.
didn't they? I always tell them, I'll pay you the money.
And you
when
go buy
something.
Actually, I do that. I just say like, you want to bring in guests, no issues, you bring in guests, but please don't trouble me. Find your own ways to feed them also.
But then I don't know how I used to. Immediately, I said, it's all right now, you have come. So
Yeah, now I have to do something. Yeah.
So now
Now you have a situation.
There I do is first I'll give them something to drink.
Okay.
A cool drink or something, cool down. You see, and you sit, and then
you tell them, now give me some time to cook
and I'll
food.
start. And like one of them, I'd said, one of you come.
Exactly.
Start helping me out.
Right.
Either you're frying or you're baling.
Correct. Yeah. No, that's the best thing to do.
Yeah. And then they'll become more friendly.
Correct.
And the next morning they say, now auntie, you sleep.
sit,
We'll get you the
we'll
tea. And
Correct.
so this is, I think this is only the common sense, I think.
Correct. What is that one or two things? What are those one or two things that you still keep it like very close to your heart, saying like as a woman, അമ്മച്ചിയുടെ പേഴ്സണാലിറ്റി ഡെവലപ്പ് ചെയ്തത്, അമ്മച്ചിയുടെ ക്യാരക്ടർ ബിൽഡപ്പിലൊക്കെ ഹെൽപ്പ് ചെയ്ത് ആ ഒന്ന് രണ്ട് വാല്യൂസ് ആയിരിക്കാം.
I think first of all, be truthful with everything what you do, and then you love. That's the most important thing. Help to really, and then when the children come with any problem, immediately you stop whatever you are doing and really help them out. Attend to them and do what.
What about attending to others, like outsiders, when it
the
comes
same
to
thing.
outsiders?
And that's the same thing I used to do. Anybody who has a problem coming, the children or with the big people, anything they come to me, I'll immediately go out of my way. Means at that moment I don't think about the price of petrol. Even today, when it is a thing to help somebody, immediately I will say, even I tell the children, go and do it and come back. You see, that's all. I think that all we can do when you are living in
These
this
are
world.
certain values that you still cherish inside.
And then trust, people. Then that's the one thing I think.
Correct.
Yeah, you have to your
Trust
servant.
Yeah.
Don't think. Even if sometimes I think I miss something, but it comes into my did she take it? Immediately I say in my mind, God, sorry.
Yeah.
What I did, means that is a trust with people, with your children, be truthful to everyone. That's the one.
നമ്മൾ പലപ്പോഴും why like ഈ trust to the viewers, many times we say that I don't trust people at all.
Yeah, many
people. അത് നമ്മളുടെ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ആയിരിക്കാം. നമ്മളെ ഒരുപാട് പേര് ചിലപ്പം കളിപ്പിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. അതുകൊണ്ട് എനിക്ക് ആ ട്രസ്റ്റ് ബിൽഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ ഒക്കത്തില്ല എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുമ്പോഴും നമ്മൾ മനസ്സിലാക്കേണ്ട ഒരു കാര്യം, ഒരുപാട് പേര് നമുക്ക് ട്രസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാവുന്നവരുണ്ട് ഈ ലോകത്ത്. ഓക്കെ, ഒരുപാട് പേര്. നമ്മൾക്ക് അങ്ങനെ ഒരു എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് 1-2 പേരിൽ ഉണ്ടായെന്ന് കരുതി ഡു നോട്ട് തിങ്ക് ദ ഹോൾ വേൾഡ് ഈസ് ലൈക്ക് ദാറ്റ്. വെൻ യു ഐ ഓൾവേസ് സേ എനർജീസ് ആർ കണ്ടേജിയസ്. അപ്പം അമ്മച്ചി പറഞ്ഞ പോയിന്റ് ഭയങ്കരമാണ്. യു നീഡ് ടു ട്രസ്റ്റ് പീപ്പിൾ എന്നുള്ളത് അത് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റാണ്. അതിനൊരു നാക്ക് ഉണ്ടെന്ന് മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. അതൊന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കിയാൽ മാത്രം മതി.
നമ്മൾ ഇപ്പം വേലക്കാരൊക്കെ നമുക്ക് സംശയങ്ങളൊക്കെ വരും ചില സമയത്ത്. പക്ഷെ അത് അവർക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവുമായിരിക്കും. അവർ കള്ളത്തരം കാണിച്ചാൽ അവർക്കത് മനസ്സിലാവും.
പക്ഷേ
അതായത് നമ്മൾ അവരെ വഴക്ക് പറയാതെയും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അബദ്ധം പറ്റിപ്പോയതായിരിക്കാം. പിന്നെ ഞാനവർക്ക് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുമ്പോൾ ചിലപ്പോൾ അതിനകത്ത് നിന്ന് രക്ഷപ്പെട്ട് കിട്ടുമായിരിക്കും. Today we have to be very tactful and
wise enough to deal with
and broad-minded. You have to take people, as they come.
Welcome them with open arms.
Yeah, that's right. I think when you all come, I feel so happy, you see.
Correct. Even we feel like നമുക്കും ഭയങ്കര ഹാപ്പിനെസ് ആയിരുന്നു അമ്മച്ചിയെ കാണാൻ.
ഞാൻ പിള്ളേർ പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ ഫിലിം സ്റ്റാർ ആകാൻ പോവുകയാണെന്ന് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു, ഓൾറെഡി ഐ ആം എ മെയിൻ വൺ വിത്ത് മമ്മൂട്ടി, മോർ ദാൻ വാട്ട് യു നീഡ്. പിള്ളേർ പറയും, എപ്പോഴും പറയും എന്നോട്, ഇത് എന്താ. ഞാനും ഓർക്കും എൻ്റെ വീട്ടിലാരും ഇങ്ങനെയൊന്നും പണികൾ ഇങ്ങനത്തെ ഒന്നും ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല. അവരെല്ലാം കൂടെ എന്നോട് എല്ലാവരും ഇപ്പം ഞങ്ങൾ 13 പെൺപിള്ളേരാണ്, 2 ആണും. And we all interact each other, and so now I am setting 11 goals, you see.
Yeah. So with this, we wind up today's episode. So I really hope the episode has inspired people out there. So until we meet next, this is Priya Jacob signing off. Bye.